What's going on, everybody? Yuki here once again to give you guys an update for this week as we head to week 4, which is like the quarter of the way through the season. I am excited a lot about the content that we are doing here, and I'm more excited about what's coming up. First, let's take a look at some of the content that you're going to be seeing for this coming week as we head into week 4. In terms of the schedule for week 4, and here it is. So week 4 features a little bit of something new, or I should say the return of something, and that is Mario Mondays. Normally I was going to do this as upload, but I've been having trouble finding good ROM hacks to play, and it's been a rough ride, but I think I found some that we can play. Now initially this was supposed to be a ROM hack only channel, but if we're talking about Mario here, we're talking about a lot of Mario stuff. So Mario games are gonna appear on here. So Mario Yuki 64 will now become Mario Yuki for everything Mario. Just keep in mind no Mario Party because that's gonna be based on luck, and I don't want to start getting tested and trying to redo a thing just because. Okay, so we're gonna have a Mario ROM hack tomorrow. It's a trial run, however, so keep that in mind. It is a trial run. Tuesday and Thursday, we have our VR chat for the week. I'll be playing as Luna the Wolf, and next week, I will be playing as a new character in 2 weeks, as a different character. Our selected game, speaking of characters, Francis the Hedgehog on Wednesday at 5:30. You may have noticed that there is no Saturday. I'll explain why. Keep in mind this will be only on Yuki Productions, not Yuki Plays. I made a mistake there. Then we're gonna have our new block, Friday Night Fight, which is going to be competitive games, and we're going to have Fortnite. That is an incorrect time, by the way. It's 9:30, not 5:30. I actually go back to I will be doing church volunteering this week, so keep in mind 9:30 we're going to play, not 5:30. That's incorrect. I will be correcting that within the next few hours. The theme for this week, I am not sure what I'm going to do for VR chat yet, but the week 4, but I am playing as Luna the Wolf. And we are gonna do our Friday night fights, which features Rocket League and or Fortnite. If there is a week that I do not have church volunteering, both games will be played, and there is a trial run for late night Wednesday night Rocket League this this Wednesday. Okay. Now, what is not on the board yet though is Sunday. I am going to be on Facebook on Sundays. So keep that in mind. If you want to watch me, you have to watch me on Facebook on Sunday because they don't technically have anything right now. Because they don't have anything. They don't. Okay? Now you might be wondering what happened to Saturday? Don't we usually play on Saturday? Well, this week we are going to be celebrating my mom's birthday early because we are planning to go out of town next weekend. Therefore, we're going to have like a birthday celebration early this Saturday, so we are not going to be doing Fortnite or anything until very late. If I do decide to stream something for you Saturday night, it would be late and it would be most likely it would be Rocket League or some type of other game. Okay, and that's the schedule for this coming week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What I do want to talk about though is some stuff that I've been asking you guys for feedback on, primarily in the polls. And I would like to talk about that because some of the changes that are coming are poll based. Okay, so we need to talk about this. So you may have noticed that I've been into a brand new hobby. What do I mean by brand new hobby? I mean a brand new hobby. So a few days ago, actually yesterday, I uploaded a build of my card game that I'm making, and that is the Yuki's 2D card game practice. If you have not seen it, I actually did a stream last night late because, of course, as a baseball fan, I gotta watch my game, my sport, and my team actually won the NL West, the Dodgers. But so that's why I was late yesterday. But I did do this stream last night about the card game. So if you want to take a look at that, you can actually go do so by yesterday. And that is this thing right here. If you have not seen it yet, feel free to take a look at it. But it did get me thinking about a channel called Yuki Creation. Now, initially, you guys voted for the poll. Should Yuki Creations be part of a separate channel or be part of Yuki Production? Of 70% of you said yes, Yuki Productions. 30% of you actually said a separate channel. Okay, I can see why. I could actually see why you guys would do that. It makes sense to put Yuki Creations on the first channel, on the main channel, and I understand that. But something tells me if I put it on a separate channel, it's better. And the reason why is because of the algorithm. Yuki Productions is not known for, you know, Unity stuff or game creation or game development. Now, keep in mind, VR chat content is made in Unity, but you're technically making an experience and not a video game. Okay? So, why do I say that? Because unit the VR chat is a game. It is an experience or a hangout type of environment, not a video game. Because in a video game, usually you would have to download something and then you play a game. Well, with VR chat, you have to download VR chat, but inside of VR chat is different experiences, and like the PvP is an experience, the or what I've been showing the card game is not an experience. That is an actual game. So if you take a look at my world, the one I made so far, the Moonlight House is an experience. The City PvP is an experience. Yuki's VR home is an experience, and there is going to be a recreation project which is an experience. So you have to download VR chat, and then you have to install or download the data of a world in VR chat. Okay, that's how VR chat works. It's a experience based thing. But video game development is an actual video game development. We're talking about coding. We're talking about all that stuff. Yes, you code in Unity for VR chat experiences, but with video game development, you actually get into the code, the nitty gritty, because you don't do much in Unity in VR chat because it is kind of it's limited. Because if you remember, 100 megabytes is the limit for a experience in VR chat, especially for Quest users. But with video games, you can make the experience or the game as long as you want. Okay, so I am going to overrule the poll. That is the first one of the very few times I'm overruling a poll. Okay, so I do apologize for the 70% of you, but I think you see where it makes sense. It makes sense to make it out as a different channel because you're making it more on a algorithm. Yuki Productions is known for VR chat material and some gaming, while Unity stuff is not present there. Okay, and remember, I'm going to be doing like a tutorial series on starting game development too, somewhere down the line. So that's what's going on there. So to clarify, I will be putting stuff on Yuki Productions about the game, but I'm gonna be putting more on the effort on the Yuki creations part, and especially that I do have a website now. I just have to make it more presentable. So that takes care of the creation side. So I will be making a channel for that. Um, as far as other stuff, speaking of creations, single player FPS or multiplayer FPS kit. So what is this referring to? So this is referring to another experience I plan to make in Unity. We're talking about real Unity though, like for game development. And you guys want me to do a single player FPS kit. Now you may be wondering, what is the, why are there numbers there? What's the prices for? Well, that is the prices for the asset pack that I am referring to in terms of the single player, multiplayer, or COD. So if there's this asset pack for $30 on Unity, I believe it is here. So on Unity, there is a $30 pack that I am planning to get, which is, I believe, is called Engine, not Kit. And that is not here. Oh, that's why. I put the word kit in there. That's why. So this asset by Cowsins is an FPS engine that you can make your own target practice with the ability to even add a currency system. So this asset pack is $30. Now there's another one that is $60, and that is called the modular multiplayer FPS experience, FPS engine, and it sounds like what it is. It's a FPS engine designed for multiplayer. Now the advantage of this is there is a add-on that allows you to make it like Call of Duty with kill streaks and stuff. So as you can see in the example, you can make room and stuff, and you can start doing all this cool stuff. Okay. Now, now keep in mind, I think the reason why you guys want me to start with 30 is to show you guys how I can do it well, and I do appreciate that. Okay. So that is a look at that. Okay. So that is what I'm really looking into. Okay, and you can do like multiplayer stuff. Not too bad. Now, let's go on. Let's continue. Uh, Here we go. I was going to talk about. Here we go. So Friday Night Fights is going to be our new blog on Friday nights. So Rocket League and Fortnite, and then we actually have the card game that I made. I'm gonna make it available to you on itch.io when I learn how to actually do that and all that good stuff. And I am planning to do a Patreon buy me a coffee. Because the game development is expensive. That's why. Okay. And also, I just announced Yuki Plays is returning next week as part of the content. I'm actually potentially recording content tonight for the channel. So, what games are going to be on Yuki Plays? It's mostly going to be indie games. I want to give some indie games some love. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, now let's talk about some other stuff that I want to talk about, and being that is being the other stuff that I want to talk about is going to be about the, oh, that's right. So the Geeky Plays channel. So this channel is going to be for indie games like the Closing Shift. Now Mario Yuki is coming back, but it's going to be more on Mario games. That is not Mario Party. So ROM hacks and all that good stuff is coming. It's coming back. Francis the Hedgehog Reacts is coming back very soon. I'm still working on stuff. I don't want to spoil anything yet because I want to make it look cool. Okay, so we are going to react more to Be more, be be my forbidden treat. I've been waiting to do that. Infinite Zone is coming back again. I'm still working on graphics, so that's gonna be a thing again. And I know everybody's been waiting for something here, and that is the middle one. Actually, before I talk about the middle, um, let me talk about what happened to retro emulation. Why is it not going to work? It's not going to work because most of my tutorials are on the main channel. That's why it's not going to work. And initially, I was going to do something else for that, but that didn't work out. And then Retro Yuki Creations is going to be Yuki Creation once I learn how to start making the algorithm love me again. And now let's talk about the middle one, or the semi-middle in this case. Francis the Hedgehog, what happened to this channel? What happened? Don't worry about the reaction videos and stuff like that. What happened to that channel specifically? So, is it still going to continue or is it not going to continue? I am going to continue it. Here's the caveat. I'm only going to do it if I feel that I can get my avatar in time. Because at this point, I've been waiting for my artist to give me an update. Not happening. So I am at the point to where number one, I'm gonna have to do it myself. Number two, I'm gonna have to find somebody else. Number three, I might have to make my own avatar just to learn how to do avatar creation, which I'm still planning to learn, by the way. Which could mean you might see a Yuki, two Yukis on the same day. Yuki number one being the one on the bottom right corner, if he's still there. Okay? Yuki number two, the one I'm gonna make for VR chat. That Yuki will be my Yuki for VR chat now. That's the thing. And he could have his own channel instead. Who knows? But at this point, I'm not going to say anything yet. Let's hope that I get Francis the Hedgehog first. Because I've been waiting for a while. Okay? So that's one thing. Okay, now let's talk about another thing. And that other thing is actually something, a little preview of something. And that is for the new version of Yuki City PvP. And I'm going to show you guys that in a moment once I take off this window capture. Now, this is a little preview of the new version of Yuki City PvP. You may have noticed it's a little bit smaller. That's just because I don't want it to be too big. I think I made the first version too big and it got my project a little bit off the rail. Okay, so that's why I decided to go small. However, unlike the first build, Capture the Flag and King of the Hill actually work. They will work. Because in the first build, in the first thing, was that it doesn't work. Okay? Now, whatever happened to Moonlight House? That one is getting a remake for a few reasons. Number one, I made it way too big than I wanted to. That's number one. And I love cars and all, but I don't think the main vocal point is the house and the village. I'm gonna keep the village though, but I'm going to wait until I decide if I want to really start expanding it way too much. So I bit off a little bit more than I chew. I could chew in that case. So that's why it's been taking a while. But with all the new stuff that's coming up, including like the card game, um, that's why it's also been taking a bit because I've been redesigning stuff and stuff. So I'm also teaching you a little bit of life as a game developer because even though you're creating an experience for VR chat It's like making a video game because you have to really think about design choices. And in this case, with City PvP, I made the correct one by turning it smaller. Because if I made it too big, then it's not gonna work. The only thing that's gonna change though is the location of the flag when I re-put in captured flag. Okay. The other thing is gonna change is the weapon damage, but I can deal with that later. That's easy. That's the easy part. Okay. I'm also working on the UI. The other thing though, there is another thing I'm working on, but I'm gonna wait until I figure out what I want to do with it. Okay. Now let's talk about the other stuff that I want to talk about, and that is Yuki Creations. So this is the website that you guys can now use for like my creations, and I am gonna start thinking about a Patreon buy me a coffee for this. Okay. Now that's it. If you guys are talking about the YouTube side, so if you guys or enjoy the YouTube side, that is all. That is the new things that are coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on our next update. My next update for is going to be on the Facebook side. So thanks for watching this one. We'll see you guys hopefully soon.